Hey guys, Peter here to do an album review, and today I'm here to talk to you guys about a band from Croatia, Cold Snap, and their fourth studio album, All Our Sins. This album has 12 tracks and it's 45 minutes in length, and it's coming out July 6th through a rising empire. Now, this is my first time listening to this band, and the reason I discovered this band was because of the label. I'm familiar with the label, I'm familiar with the bands that come out of this label, and they're always quality bands, so I really wanted to check out these guys and see what they're all about. Now, the first impression that I got was that this is pretty much a groove metal band with really groovy guitar riffs and the vocals to match those groovy guitar riffs. A lot of similarities in this band with Lamb of God. So if you're a fan of Lamb of God, I highly suggest you check out these guys because there are enough similarities there, but there are a lot of differences as well. This album is very unique. The first impression that I had from an overall album perspective, is that this album is pretty much an introspect from the band's perspective of inner struggles that they've gone through in the past couple of years leading up to the release of the album. It really feels like a diary was written of all the experiences that they went through, either with inner struggles or illness of loved ones and friends, problems all around, either with yourself or the ones around you. And they wrote a diary, and then they used that diary to create the lyrics to these songs. That to me is the overall vibe that I got from this album. Very deep-rooted album. And then a key factor in how they told the story of this album is the fact that they used two separate vocalists with two separate styles of vocals. To me, that was very important. I really enjoyed that. I thought that it added a lot of dynamic, it added a lot of life to the songs, because it allowed for songs that were all about inner struggle, for you to feel that inner struggle up front by having two different sets of vocalists in that song. Almost the yin and the yang. They use one set of vocalists as the singer is expressing his feelings, and then the other vocalist comes in almost as his own inner thoughts and his own inner demons. So it was really cool, the dynamic between the two. It really worked well, and in my opinion, it was the perfect way to really bring to life these lyrics, because they're so deep-rooted. There's so much feelings, there's so much pain, so much suffering, even aggression, if you will. And all of that is only possible to really be brought out if you have the two separate vocalists, because they really give a completely different dynamic to the album and to the lyrics and to the songs. I also really enjoy the lyrics because they're really deep-rooted lyrics. There's not a chance that you listen to this album and you don't feel some sort of empathy to those lyrics, because all of us have gone through similar issues in our own personal lives. So it's very easy for any listener that's listening to this record to feel some sort of connection with those lyrics. And to me, that's really important, because you, as a listener, you need to connect to the music somehow. And with this album, for me, I connected through the lyrics. Now, this album also has not only the groovy guitar riffs, it has a lot of heavy breakdowns. There is a lot of heavy drumming. So this is a really heavy album with some more melodic parts to it. Even some of the songs have some more melodic elements to it, but overall is a very heavy album. And then the melody comes at spurs, almost like just like sprinkles here and there. There's little pieces of melody, but overall is a very heavy and groovy record. And the grooviness really comes from those guitar riffs that are absolutely insane. Now, as far as favorite songs are concerned, I picked three songs that kind of give a little bit of an overall look of the record. The first song that I picked was Fallen Angels, because it was one of those that has a super catchy chorus with the dual vocalists coming in. It adds a lot of melody. One of the vocalists is more with clean vocals, the other one is more with harsh vocals. So the melody not only comes through the guitar riffs, because this song has a lot more groovy and melodic guitar riffs, is not one of the heavier songs of the album, is one of the more groovier melodic songs of the album. And the heaviness of this song is really coming from the second set of vocals with those harsh vocals. But to me, this song is really about the chorus. It has a really super hooky chorus, really catches in contagious chorus. I really enjoyed this song because it was one of the more melodic ones, but also one of the more catchy ones of the album, if you will. Another song that I really enjoyed was Witness of Your Sickness. And to me, this song, once again, we go back to how the lyrics are really deep-rooted. This song was there was so much beauty in this song, but at the same time, there was so much pain and suffering. It had the guitar melodies in this song had such a dark and ominous vibe to it really matching well to the lyrics and to the story that they're telling you. And then when you have the two sets of vocalists, one again, it really allows for them to tell you the story in a very deep and struggled way, if you will, because it really gives you a perfect. This song is really a perfect symbiosis of song title, lyrics, and music. All of those three pieces come together to really paint a really ominous picture of a personal, deep story that they've gone through. To witness somebody's sickness, which is what this song is all about, and not being able to really do anything about it, is something that I've encountered in my own personal experiences, and it's something that leaves you a little bit feeling powerless. And this song is all about that. And I think the fact that they had those two separate styles of vocals in it allowed them to tell the story a lot better, because it allowed them to showcase that inner struggles that you go through, that sense of despair and not being able to do anything, and at the same time that anger and that violence that builds up inside of you because you're not able to do anything about it. So I thought that was the perfect example. This song is a perfect example of how those two sets of vocals really work together in this album to really bring to life the lyrics of the songs. Now, one of my favorite songs of the album is Distance. Is one of the heavier songs of the album. Is filled with pure aggression, heavy drumming, harsh vocals, really heavy guitar riffs and breakdowns. One of the heaviest songs of the album by far. But for such a heavy song, for such a song that also, once again, really deep-rooted in terms of the lyrics, in the meaning of those lyrics, for such a heavy song, to finish off almost in an acoustic guitar. It's not acoustic, but it's a very mellowed out guitar melody towards the end of the song. It's absolutely incredible, because you don't picture that to ever come at any point of the song, because the song is so heavy, and at no point you picture that the song is going to end on such a melodic part with that guitar coming in, super melodic. But when you start thinking about it, like when I listened to this song for the first time, that guitar melody towards the end of the song really caught me by surprise, because for such a heavy song, I didn't expect that to come at the end. I was expecting the song to be heavy all the way through. But then the more I heard the song, the more that melodic part at the end made sense to me. It made sense when you think of the lyrics and when you think of the message that the song is all about. That guitar melody at the end really represents the song title and the overall theme of the song, which is distance. It really represents that breaking apart of two people and you feeling that distance that it's growing between those two people. So that melody at the end was almost the soundtrack of what the feeling of distance would be. And that was, to me, absolutely perfect, because now with that in mind, if you look at the overall song, you see the first part of the song is the anger that you have that is created by that distance, and then the second part of the song is the soundtrack of that actual distance between two people. So when you start breaking it down from that perspective, the song is absolutely pure genius. It's really smart how they build it, how they put it together, because once again it represents the lyrics extremely well. If there's one thing that this album does, is that this record really is created around the lyrics. The lyrics to me are the spine of the record, and then the music is just the soundtrack to those lyrics. But I really enjoy this album. Once again, really deep-rooted album. Now, I want to hear from you guys. What's your thoughts on Cold Snap? Did you guys know about this band? Have you guys had a chance to check out the album? Please let me know your comments in the comment section below. I'll be reading those and getting back to you. All right, take care, guys.